Spoken teeth. Spoken teeth. Spoken teeth.
Spoken
Go,
teeth.
go,
Spoken
go,
teeth.
go. Spoken teeth. Spoken teeth.
Good evening, and welcome to an episode of Spoken Teeth, the spin-off of the Jack Fitzpatrick Research Half Hour and the companion podcast to Tales of the Cog, the audio drama by Scardy Symphony, and as an extra special thing for midway through the season, we have all three members of Scardy Symphony here. We have myself, Jack Fitzpatrick.
We have me, Oliver Morris.
And bringing up the rear is me, Jude Hodgson.
Yay!
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 Jude! Jude is here.
So yeah. This is for episode 3.
Episode 3.
I wrote romance.
You wrote a romance.
I've never written a romance before.
I can tell you that it's been very well received.
It has been. It has been very well received. I'm glad of it. I'll never write another one ever again.
No,
No, that's it.
No,
I don't want to Nicholas Sparks myself.
I've been sparking myself all day.
I don't want to a lesser extent John Green myself.
Don't want to do it. What? Write a series of successful New York bestsellers?
No matter what I write,
want to do that?
success.
Who'd want to do that?
No matter what I write, success seems to be, dangled in front of me.
The carrot of success.
So what do we want to talk about? I wrote a romance. I don't want to talk much about it.
Well, that's too bad, because one of the questions I got were, what were your influences when writing the romance between Arquette and Hajinka?
Oh, okay. Well, I can answer that. I didn't want to just have to wax political, wax. What's the phrase? Lyrical.
Yeah, wax lyrical.
Yeah, don't wax lyrical.
I didn't want to just wax lyrical about my romance, but a direct question. I wanted a question. I wanted a romance in which they were very directly attracted to each other, but also they liked each other for reasons.
Yeah,
Tasty raisins.
They provided to each other reasons of inherent goodness. That were not like a reward or like a here's the end of the quest, here's your partner kind of thing. Like I wanted a very natural.
They're immediately into each other, and then they're like, oh shit, and we click.
Yeah, and we click, and we both have sparky ideas, and yeah. So that was my for everything about each of them, I wanted an equal and opposite, each of them responding to each other, if that makes sense. I don't know if I did that by the time I pared the script down, but...
So, were there any particular romances do you have a favourite romance story?
Oh yeah, I suppose specifically. No.
Fair enough.
I got very far away from my mic to say that because that was my thinking space. I mean, I like my favorite, the single greatest literature of all time is Dante's Divine Comedy, and I like Dante. I like the endless pining of Dante and Beatrice, and the sort of self-awareness that is endless pining. I like
a good bit of yearning.
I like the cat captain and the weird dog doctor in Treasure Planet.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a great one. That's one of my
Is that Emma Thompson who plays the Catwoman?
It
I
is.
think so. Yeah, and David Hyde Pierce.
Yeah.
Memory serves. I know Martin Short is the broken AI that's been left on the planet.
Oh yeah, the robot guy.
Yeah.
I've seen that film exactly once, maybe 20 years ago.
Do yourself a favor and watch it again.
I will.
Yeah, it's good. It's not It's not great, but it's really good.
Okay.
It's
Deserved a lot better.
It's my favorite adaptation of Treasure Island. I think.
Really?
But there's Muppets.
The Muppets one is also amazing.
The Muppets one is good. The Muppets one goes a bit kind of mental, like obviously, but like they don't hit the key themes. Unlike Christmas Carol, where they absolutely nail the themes to
They
the wall,
do.
they don't hit the key themes of Treasure Island. That Soviet one that got really popular a couple of years ago, that's pretty
I've seen
amazing.
that one.
The one with the. I know exactly which one you're talking about because I just remember. What's the name of the guy?
Liversley.
Dr. Liversley.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bum,
yes.
bum, 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 bada, bum, bum,
Yes.
Who's so animated he has twice as many frames as everyone else.
Yeah,
But it's just because Robert Louis Stevenson said like he was always like genial and smiling, and so the Soviet animators,
it does work. Yeah,
the Soviet animators were like make him but their Long John is genuinely like the voice actor, the Soviet voice actor for Long John is like
puts in work.
Terrifying. Like
I'll
he
shout
does
out
a
Black Sails while we're shouting out Treasure Island adaptations.
Yeah, what's your favourite romance? Oh, here's an adventure book with no romance in it whatsoever. God damn it, Jack. No, I don't. I guess I don't. I like rom-coms, but I enjoy every Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan rom-com.
Yep.
About Time.
Oh, really?
Really sad, horrible romance.
What, the Domhnall Gleeson one?
Is it no, is it Donald? Is it?
It's a James Curtis affair.
No, it's
Richard Curtis. James Curtis is your friend.
James Curtis is my friend. It's the guy who provided the question.
It's it's Bill Nye.
Yeah, Bill, but I think isn't the young guy Domhnall Gleeson?
Oh, the younger Gleeson. Maybe I heard Gleeson and immediately was imagining.
There's a Rachel running around in it.
Yeah.
Is it the Doctor Strange Rachel?
It might be.
This is another thing. I was talking to a friend of mine in the museum, just randomly about like, would you ever have kids and stuff? And I pointed out that I have incredible dead wife energy, just as a person. And so, like, thinking about like Doctor Strange, the world's most divorced superhero, and Kinger from the Amazing Digital Circus, the pinnacle of dead wife. I have a lot of dead wife energy just kicking around in me, you know. Just like you get me with a drink with 2 ice cubes, and I just start saying like, oh well, this was kind of the color of her hair.
All your memories of your exes are under bed sheets, just softly flowing in the light.
Oh my god, yeah.
You've got to record B-roll for all your relationships, just in case you ever die mysteriously.
I'll get you a Super 8 for your birthday.
I recently rewatched the Dungeons and Dragons film with and it's a great film, but dear Lord, the dead wife.
The deadest wife to ever wife the dead.
They speed run dead wife in that film. It's kind of amazing. But she is literally
do the same in Up, I guess.
She literally is in linens. Like she is literally in linens in the bed smiling at him. And then she gets Red Wizard of Fade.
Classic thing.
Happens to the best of us, getting Red Wizard of Fade. I still haven't really answered that question right. Oh, okay. On the Disney tangent, I think a Disney film that does what I attempted to do exceptionally well is one of my absolute favorites, Princess and the Frog.
Oh,
yes.
Tiana is incredibly competent, but she has her problems. Like for Hajinka, it's kind of her like reliance on what she said what people tell her she's supposed to be like. With Tiana, it's about her her work ethic has got to the point where it's pretty much work addiction. Prince Naveen is like he's charming, but he's completely hollow. He doesn't have anything within himself. And on the same extent, Arkit has all this prestige and I guess is also like listening to what society expects him to do. But he's so easily buffeted around and so easily like he has no
He
real
has his
sense of
ideals of
self.
being like a Sunday
Yeah.
chef, but also he's got the Varsit sort of connection.
Yeah, he's got this kind of heroic, like Naveem's like dream life of being like this gadabout prince, as it's all come crashing down, and then when they're both turned into frogs, and they have to, they actually see how Tiana's work ethic, when tempered with like allowing her to relax and teaching her to relax, like Mother Odie does and stuff. That's when they fall in love with each other, because they both realize that each other, they are good three-dimensional people who are,
They kind of bring the best out of each other.
exactly, yeah. And I always thought that was I think that film's got a fantastic script.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I got
Okay.
friends on the other side.
And
Yeah, never mind.
The
Keith
powerful
David is-
Keith David absolutely slaying everything in that film.
And Jim Cummings. Don't forget Jim Cummings.
Yes.
The higher voice actors for voice actor roles. Jim Cummings as the Firefly, just like
Yep.
Oh, so
owning
good.
bones. Yeah.
On the subject of villains, can we talk about the most despicable villain in this series of the Cog?
Yeah.
Edgar of the Black Bowels.
Goddamn.
Oh, I thought you
Edgar.
were going to say Old Borgoz.
Nah, I
No.
get Old Borgoz. Old
It's
Borgoz
Edgar.
is just a little crotchety, he's a big old crotchety orf, but like Edgar,
Yeah. that
piece of
guy
work.
sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I tried
okay.
to play that up as much as possible in
Okay,
my
okay.
edits of it as well.
And when I was voicing him, I was like, I never get to play villains. This is so fun.
Well, he comes from the Sahil Barok, which is a clan of Firbolgs who live in the forests of Sahel. And the thing about Sahel is that it's mostly halflings who live within the tree stumps and stuff, but it's very spooky up there. There's if you look at a map of the Cog, there's a fault line that goes right through it where like fae stuff and spooky stuff is more likely to happen on like a 33rd parallel kind of way. Sahel specifically has problems with, and D&D universe fans, mists appear in Sahel an awful lot. Mists and
Mists?
large chunks of amber.
I've never meant anything ever. I don't know what you mean.
That's a very interesting strand you've got there.
The royal family is called the Amber Hollow, almost as if they made some sort of amber-based deal with something.
Oh, buddies.
Yes, so Sahelian people aren't particularly friendly. Like they're not bad people, but they live in a deep, dark forest where every couple of steps is, oh, an Ettercap has killed me. Oh, I've been killed by a vampire bat. Oh, okay, it's the ghosts of my ancestors whispering at me from beyond the veil.
Love
That's
that.
a nice circle of mushrooms. Oh, I'm dead.
The thing about Edgar that makes him unsympathetic is what he lacks in social skills. He makes up for with like nothing.
Wow.
Is this your first exposure to our anti-Edgar campaign?
I believe so. I just thought Edgar was like a bit.
Nah, fuck that guy.
A bit mercenary.
How
a
dare
bit.
he stand in the way of?
Well, it's also the line from Frog Egg where Frog Egg is like, yeah, Edgar's like fine. He's not a prodigy. He's not like amazing.
Yeah.
He's good at what he does.
Yeah, and he will make a
fine
third
chef.
string. Yeah, a third string kingdom. But like, I feel like that's like the Sahil Barok. Like for one of them to leave the Firbolg are very closely knit. They're half giants. They're half giants with almost a like I really love how they were depicted in 5th edition as opposed to previous editions, because they got that kind of like bovine ears and stuff.
Yeah.
They're very
Cow people.
yeah. He's a cow person. He's a giant cow person from a goth nation.
Okay.
Like,
Alright.
don't overstep. Don't you look a good thing? Like, okay, imagine this. Let me in defense
In
of Edgar.
defense of
In defense of Edgar.
In defense of Edgar, imagine you were admitted for a free scholarship to Oxford University.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you were sitting there and your like dorm mate, or however they do it. I don't actually have a friend who went to Oxford. I should ask them. But like your dorm mate is like, well, you know, I'm doing pretty good, but I'm going to ignore what my instructor says and do something mental because I found a girl I like in Billericay Market. And you're not even from the United Kingdom in this analogy. You are from a Native American reservation in North Dakota. And you just have to look at this dude and be like, yeah, sure, buddy.
You do that, I'm gonna go get an education.
Yeah, I've incredibly uprooted my entire life to get here. But yeah, buddy,
You're about
sure.
to spaff it on some random person.
Yeah, I don't like you because I don't like not in this analogy anymore, but like I don't like you because I don't like people like that. Because when I was the Fearbolger equivalent of 10, my entire friend group got killed by Pennywise. Like
I was the only survivor.
I was the only survivor, and I was like, I'm going to chef so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure. Chantel from Billericay Market, you go for her, mate.
You go, mate.
And it must hurt as well that Arquette is also like the golden child.
Yeah, the good
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm coming round.
Well, I
Yeah,
also
I
think
see
that
it.
those assessments aren't like those assessments are one-on-one. I don't know. Like, because there was a bit of research done into, like, I think I mentioned this on the previous thing. I had to look up, like, why restaurants exist. And like, 17th century French cuisine culture, I feel like the assessments are done sort of one-on-one, you know?
I think
Yeah.
I think the reason we detested him so detestably is that he's just if they were mates, which it feels like it insinuates, he just gives some apocalyptically poor advice.
Yeah, he's like that's the thing. Like for me, it's like yes, like it's his final speech for me, where it's like, you lead her towards it, like that whole speech at the end, where it's just
Yeah.
or you know, and he's like, you're just fucking wasting your life. And he's like, no, I love her. I will fight you. And it's like, oh, you're gonna fight me. You're actually gonna fight me. You're 3 foot
Short-ass
tall and I'm 8
motherfucker.
foot. Go away.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. And I there are always those characters in the era. Like, I think Bridget Jones is the king series of putting one character who's just there to be like, well, no, actually.
You're insane. You're not.
No,
he's
actually.
not. He's not obeying the conventions of the genre. I think that's it.
Yeah.
He's not offering the helpful advice. He's like, actually, you're insane, and we're like, actually, fuck off, because we know what the theming is. How dare you?
Now that I know that he came from a slasher film
Yeah.
and his mate is just living a rom-com, it's like, oh no, you bastard.
well, I'm glad. I'm glad to, you know, I did specifically write him to be wrong, so
Yeah.
I'm quite glad that you've
That it
caused this
came
much.
off.
You've caused it. Like, I'm quite glad you guys have fallen for my trap. But
We did. We went. We
Hook, line,
decided
and sinker.
to dive in feet first into the genre.
next season we give Edgar a whole episode.
We do. We should. He has to go home for some kind of food competition.
What an amazing segue! Because I have a question here, which is
segue.
about Tales of the Cog. Well,
Oh.
that makes sense because that's what all the questions are about. Hold on, now I have to vamp because I thought I had the page open, but I didn't.
Edgar goes home.
Edgar goes home.
It'd be
I've
like
made
a,
this stew. That's
Fate.
great, darling. Could you fend off the undead for a little bit while I lay the table?
This werewolf
Yeah,
is
all
chewing
right.
on my torso.
This actually comes from Karim, who plays a Soldig. This may seem a little selfish, but are there plans to revisit some earlier characters? Are there more stories left to tell? Are there more stories to tell?
Oh, there's infinite stories. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of thought when I started writing it that Peter would keep cropping up, but then I was like, I don't know.
Well, light
had us a go.
spoilers. For, do I light spoilers for episode 4, or do I just let it happen organically?
There are characters there are sort of through lines through the episode.
Yeah, people reappear in other places, for the world is rich and living.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I would. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to come back to some people, but I think not directly. I play someone in episode 6 that I'm, gagging to see come back again. But whether they do or not will be up to the tides of fate. And if I represented as Jack Fitzpatrick.
It would be a fun writing exercise to take a character from every episode who was like a side character and then give them their own.
Yeah.
It would be fun to
vignette.
Springfield.
Well, not even that. Just not even a vignette. Just write a new story, but populate it with
Yeah, the B-roll.
Yeah, because I think the character you're thinking of definitely has an interesting goddamn life, and Edgar, like we've just spooled up an Edgar. There is also there's a story me and Ollie have been talking about that could be a COG story, but also at the minute there are no concrete plans for more Tales of the COG. You may notice as a group of artists we have a different main thing that we're supposed to be doing.
No, don't talk about that. No one wants to talk about that.
We have a difficult fourth album of something else that we're supposed to be doing. So, I mean, if we're going to answer the question completely selfishly, dude, if you want to come back, you'll be back.
Well, this was the immediate answer I gave Karim was even if we don't revisit his character, we've definitely found our COG mummers.
Yeah.
We found our troop.
Yeah. Yes.
And speaking of that troop,
more things with less lines as well.
Yes,
because he's got such incredible range.
Yeah,
I'm just going to throw in like a lich for one line, just so we can see.
So we could just have Karim
be a lich. Imagine that. That would be awesome.
He's got a good Dracula.
That's a public service. He has got a good Dracula.
Yeah,
that's a public service more than artistic.
Speaking of our mummers, Beth and Headley.
Do you want to explain Mama, by the way?
No.
Okay.
Do you?
They're
go for it.
Of course he does. Why the fuck? That's
not curious.
Huh? Jack you want to explain?
No,
history. Of course.
No.
Oh, okay.
I do that enough for my real job. If Ollie's not going to let me explain Mama's,
I'm happy for you to explain Mama's.
I'm not going to push upon it. Yeah, no, they did an absolutely fantastic job, and the best part of it is getting their outtakes. Getting their outtakes and hearing their engagement with the script. And again, I wrote a romance and I don't know if it works. And then hearing them record it and outtakes and be like, yay.
It works.
It works.
It works.
It's kind of sweet and wholesome, and also
it really was.
It's kind of, it's not neutered, but it's sweet and wholesome.
There's a funny...
If he wasn't dead, get me Rob Reiner on the phone.
So there's a funny bit. There's a funny sort of aspect of this, which is Jack's reading of the Zeitgeist, because I remember Jack, you and I, sort of figuring out who we were as people, And at that time, it was sort of very much size zero, skinny people being the sort of the object of affection for kind of the people generally. But I feel like as we have moved into the 2020s, that big, tall women with big, strong arms, is kind of caught up.
It's in
Coming
vogue.
round,
baby.
It's in
baby.
vogue, and you were banging that drum from day one.
I'm gonna be on that hill till I die. It's
It's
fun
true.
to
It's a good.
It's
hill.
fun to enjoy y'all being about for the minute, but I ain't expecting you to ride this journey with me forever. I literally said to someone the other day, when I was coming up, no one said the word thick.
Yeah,
It's true.
I came up in an era where thick was not a thing. And I was like, nah, man, no. I
You're all
deny
cowards.
this. I renounce
Cowards, the
this.
lot of you.
If we're
What's up with
casting
that?
Hajinka, can we cast Hajinka?
as
As in a real person.
Yes. Well, I've got several in my head.
Okay.
There's the extremely obvious Rhea Ripley.
Of
Yeah,
course.
fair.
Extremely obvious. But okay, I don't know if she can act, but she's wonderful. Iona Mayer, the American women's rugby captain,
not many actors, but okay.
who is gorgeous, and they did a Sports Illustrated shoot with her, and she hosts her own podcast with her sisters. But yeah, have a look at that woman. And then don't know if she can act, but Clarissa Cordell, the
You haven't named an
random
actor yet.
Yeah, I have. The first one was an actor.
Rhea Ripley.
Oh yeah, kind of not. Damn it, you're right. I always think of Rhea as an actor.
What's the name? Oh God, what's the name of the Gwendolyn Christie?
Yeah, Gwendolyn Christie.
She got the height.
Not-
I don't know if she got the arms.
Not quite right. No, Clarissa Cordell, the goddamn newsreader from Utah or whatever, who keeps going viral.
Again,
Again,
not an actor.
well, this is Hollywood's problem, not mine. I mean, we all love Michelle Rodriguez, but they cast Michelle Rodriguez for a barbarian woman.
That's true.
It's true.
The other woman in that film, the one that Barliman was sleeping with, is a big lady, but I don't even. Her real name is Axe, I think. Something Axe.
wow.
Emily Axe? No, that's Emily Axe.
That's Emily Axe.
Like something Axe.
We'll find someone. We'll go to central casting. We'll
Okay.
we'll
If we have to go,
We'll search all of America.
the woman from Love Lies Bleeding. Then
I like it. Oh wait, no. Who plays? What's her name? Ethel in. What's it called?
Well,
Riverdale.
probably.
Anyway, right. Moving on.
Oh, isn't that Shannon Purser again?
Yeah.
I do love Shannon Purser.
Barbara in Stranger Thangers.
Yeah, Shannon Purser,
Strangathangers.
who is in a terrible film called Wish Upon, but she looks absolutely adorable throughout. So pushed it up like half a star.
Is there a more overarching plot, or are we strictly anthology?
We're strictly anthology
Yeah.
I think we are strict anthology.
for this season. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's threads.
There's
There's
little
threads if you want
Are
to
we gonna-
pursue them.
But
We're
each
going
one
to pull a
stands
show
alone.
that must not be mentioned and do a continuous story for season 2. Is that what we're going to do?
No,
No.
No,
No.
good. I didn't want to.
no, I don't
No.
want to.
I don't think so.
No.
You want to continue a story for the cog?
Yes.
Go
You buy the eventual source book from me, and you run it in a weekly campaign with 4 to 6 of your friends.
That does make sense.
And guess
Yeah.
what? That's the continuous story of the cog. It's like, imagine if Discworld was written as endless continuous stories. It
Oh,
would've
I hate
sucked.
it. Yeah.
We're doing a Discworld thing here.
Yeah.
You make
We'll get to the mint.
We'll get to the mint.
There's a Discworld RPG, isn't there?
Yep.
Yes.
Isn't
There
it
is.
good?
I don't know. Oxenford
Got decent reviews.
So, Jack, we usually ask you the questions on this podcast because you are the knower of all things COG, other than Alicia Ward.
True. the reason why I made a gossip.
Do you have any questions for Jude about making this particular episode?
Oh God,
Because we've got a Jude here.
not the
So
microphone
we
turning
can-
in my
We
direction,
can poke him.
lurching
Poke
towards
him.
me.
I mean, my real sound things is the goddamn musical piece that got written
Oh,
for
shit. That was me.
it, which is you.
Damn. Fuck.
What
No.
was that?
Oh, the cannons are on me now.
We should have waited and
Smash
pulled
cut.
our Jude trigger next episode, because next episode is episode 4 is the
It's true. Next episode is my baby.
we
really is.
locked
Not that this
we
one
locked
wasn't.
Jude in a well, and
It's true. I needed the inspiration. Sealed me in the void.
yeah, we
Along
cast
with
an
another
armor
chain.
to elode him.
But yes,
Oh,
the
God.
music. So
Well, yeah. Do you want to? Yeah, you want to talk about
you
the
wax
music?
about the music.
I can wax about
Do
the
it.
music. If
And
I'm not
I'll
waxing about
wax.
mamas, I got to wax about something. So this piece of music I've had in my craw since like 2014.
What a romantic way to talk about creation.
It's been stuck in my craw since
It's been
2014.
stuck in my craw.
I've not recorded it. I've not released it. I've not had it. I've just had this little ditty about just being there for someone, and I never knew where to put it because I kind of didn't record when I was in anyway. That's past stuff. When it came to making this episode, it's like, right, it needs a love song. It needs like a proper love song, and I was trying to compose one, and I was like, no, wait, I have one in the crawl.
Can.
Let me hike it up. Let me hook it up and see what's good. So I knew it was gonna. I think it was you, Jack, who was like, I really would like a piece with cello and flute. Or
I doubt it.
well,
I probably just said I'd like something with, like, not your usual, like.
jazz bow.
Yeah, I'd like to
exercises.
say that the Kingdom Feels is a pretty decent. It's not like the entirety of your musical output, because your musical output is vast, but it's a pretty good, like,
solid 60%.
cross section of what kind of tones and sounds you go for.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Oh, yeah.
whereas I think, as we've mentioned before, the cog is two things: it's archaic instruments and it's hip hop beats.
Yeah.
And for a romance, we can skip the hip hop beats, but we do need more. Like, not that a cello and a flute are as archaic as like a goddamn harpsichord and a sham, but they're still going back there. You know, they're not guitars and a drum.
Yeah. And so I had this piece of music, and I think I wanted the flute for Arquette, cello for Hajinka.
Hajinka.
And
Oh,
so
it was beautiful.
that just made sense, and it had to be a duet, and it had to be beautiful. Hopefully it was beautiful, but
Oh, I
like
think so.
I
Yeah.
was fishing.
We both bit, so immediately.
It is gorgeous.
I was like, oh god, if I'm going to put this in front of actual musicians, because I sort of mocked it up on MIDI, and it sounded as fake as that sounds, and I was like, no, I'm going to have to actually write this out. So I found a notation software, and it's a big long piece. It's about 3 pages long, of this sort of
Publish the sheet music.
oh gosh, if I could.
Can
But
you
yeah,
not?
so I might be able to, but I wrote the melody for the flute, and then I wrote the melody for the cello, and then I was like, okay, now I got to find the musicians to do it. And so one of the musicians is my friend Briggs, who's a friend of Comrade's, who I've collaborated with a couple of times, especially when I need flute solos. And I was like, could you do this flute part? And they were like, absolutely. Did it, one take, perfect. And then I was like, where am I going to find a cellist? And Lou Sutcliffe, friend of the show and soon to be person in the show,
Yeah.
was like, hey, did you know David Alt is a cellist? And I went, I did not know David Alt is a cellist. David Alt, for the record, has appeared twice in the cog so far. He plays the letter that Soldig reads, and also the encyclopedia that sort of narrates episode 2. And he turns up again in episode 3 as a cellist. He's a grade 7 cello player.
Bloody hell.
I was sort of hitting him up for like bits and pieces parts that we kind of needed for the because in the sort of the final stages we had like a couple of parts that needed reading, and David Alt was turning out to just be like very amicable and very quick to turn around. And so I was like, and goes without saying, an amazing performer. Although it's worth saying again. And so I was like, David, do you mind doing this bit? Yeah, sure. David, do you mind doing this bit? Yeah, sure. David, here's here's a 3 page long cello piece.
Do you mind performing this for us?
Do you mind performing it for us? And he said, yeah, sure, I'll dust off the cello. And he did it, and it was beautiful. Yeah. But he did get back to me and said, those double stops are some of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Which is the bit where it goes, it's the bit where the cello goes, duh, 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 duh.
Yeah. You can hear that's
tricky.
Bollocks.
Yeah. Publish the sheet music.
It's not when someone plays like classical gas or something and you're like, oh. I see why The Simpsons made a joke of this piece of music.
And then at the end, I'll be honest, I did steal this a bit from the Miss Shipton playbook, but it was like I did a little performance of the original song at the end of the piece as a sort of like, I'm not going to put it anywhere else. And
we did that in Cane and Fields before Shipton.
Oh yeah, we did it with Flirting with the Devil, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
That's a us thing.
That's an us thing.
And we've done it with episode 6 in reverse.
We have.
Ooh. Shanties, baby.
Shanties.
Ever been curious about what those weird sea shanties are on the Tales of the Cog feed? You'll find out.
Oh yeah, you will, baby. Yeah, you will.
That's another one. Next season, we're just going to have to make a musical.
Oh, yes. Yes. I'm so in.
No, Ollie.
No, I know.
Me and you wrote a song in a day.
We did do that.
We did do that for my actual D&D game. I wrote a villain song.
Yes.
But to put the canon on Jude for a moment, I do love the sound design of this episode. It is...
Honest to God, I've been thinking about it since we started talking about it. I have no questions because I assume that you just went to those places. I assume we just recorded that one at the beach on the southern coast of Suntidge, and I was specifically thinking about and then we took the Tascams and we went into a tavern. And we got that one line of dialogue
everything we needed.
From the waitress who walks by, because like the Tales from the, like, when it's really grounded and there's not like big magical special effects, it's just so in the place.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Anyone that's been paying attention to my output, which God forbid, why would you do that? Would notice that like realism isn't something I usually land on. It's more more abstract,
and nor should you, because
exactly
you create fucking sound baths.
But that was what was really fun about this episode in particular, because I was like, right, this is a genre we never work in, so I get to fuck around in a genre I don't usually get to fuck around in, and also, so much of the storytelling has to keep, we can't. I think the bit where I stretched the most was the montage coming out from
when they've had the moment where it comes the food coming out the kitchen.
Yeah, it's date time, and then we get, in my head, it's the third act of Ratatouille. We're like chopping everything together, we're getting everything ready, and it goes out, and that's the kind of the most designed bit of the piece. Is that bit, but I had so much fun, like that's working in. Yeah, that was the inspo, and then other than that, it was just like let's really enjoy the kind of not mundanity of falling in love, but this kind of like we don't need the
it's
the
grounded
big thing. We don't need the the giant
the Romeo and Juliet swell from Tchaikovsky.
Yeah, exactly. We kind of let's just sit with this beautiful story, let it speak for itself, and then all the fun can be had along the way. and we get to really sit with the romance of the whole thing, which is which is why we're here.
Yeah, which I think what this is teaching us, Ollie writing his sheet music and having other people perform it because he's a one-man band in himself. Me working in this genre, and Jude like not doing what Jude's become sort of known for, these amazing surrealist soundscapes and becoming grounded. I think this means that we have to just continually push ourselves to do things we're not used to, because
Yeah.
Beans.
the
Get out of
response
that
to this
comfort zone.
episode has been fantastic, and I guess this means we're never doing supernatural horror ever again.
I guess
This is
that's
it. It's
well,
all knock off heated rivalry until we die. From this point on, that's all we're
I
making.
don't know about hockey. We do have a sport on the cog. It's called glove pitch. It's
My partner knows about sport.
There's some sports
I can plumb her for
entertainment.
information.
glove pitch. Glove pitch is pretty fantastic. The rules were written. Like, I wrote what glove pitch was just as like a football analog, and then the woman who plays Aloka Shardborn, Eleanor George, made it an entire game that you can spend like 3.5 hours playing, and it's actually been mentioned, completely alien from the cog, in a different RPG podcast about
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
That's sick.
Glove
That's
pitch.
bananas.
Glove pitch, the RPG sport, has been brought up in a different American podcast about RPG mechanics.
I tell you what I was going to say. I was going to fire my final cannon at both you, Cogboy, and Jude, which
Yeah.
is
Stop calling me
that,
Cogboy. No one can see that I'm Cogboy. I'm Cogboy on the riverside because it's funny.
I'm going to fire it at Jack and Jude. The dual performance, the beautiful melding of performances of Professor Vrogegg and the sound design for Professor Vrogegg.
As soon as I heard Jack's
I
takes for that,
like goats.
Do you like goats, Jack?
So do I.
I go for little walks in my neighborhood, and even though I'm in London, I'm far out enough in the suburbs that if I walk for long enough, I can come across a little farm with some goats.
Whimsical as fuck.
And I can listen to the goats, and I'm a shock to neither of my colleagues here. I talk to the goats, and they talk back to me, and I have honed my
goat impressions.
I have honed my goat to the point where apparently my goat can be mixed with a real goat somewhat seamlessly.
I hate to ruin the illusion, but it is a sheep. I know. I'm so sorry. It's the hawk-eagle conundrum again. I couldn't find any goats. That I should have got you to go and source me some. Now that I know that you have goats,
they respond to me when I do it at them.
Oh,
and they make similar noises. Couldn't you have just gone for the Taylor Swift goat? Trouble.
I have to say though that although the goat noise, like the goat sort of chatter, is incredible. For me, it's also the punchline of yes. Now I'm going to eat this food.
That was I had far too much fun.
I'm a elected professor. I've now played 2 animal people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you both played Bird Boys.
Yep. And then we both did Bird Folk.
My character wasn't a bird initially. I just
no.
In the process of
you chose that voice.
Piece, I just no. So the voice is an impression of early era 2D. Specifically, the eels short that they did like ages ago.
I'm killing eels.
Yeah. Oh, don't kill it! I can't kill it.
Perfect.
And that's
where's that bloody ammo?
So I don't know where this point was going.
You mentioned the eels sketch, and all I remember is Murdoch's package in that fucking sketch. Excuse my language. Right, and on that note, let's.
That's the end.
That's the end.
We end with
getting
Stuart
distracted.
Stu Pot. Oh,
we end with Stuart Pot and Murdoch Nichols.
That's the way.
Well, we're going to love you and leave you. Thank you very much for listening. We really
It's been
appreciate
a
your
pleasure.
patronage.
Why are you hanging up the podcast?
Yeah.
All right. Love you. Bye.
All right, bye. Bye.
Later.
Okay.
Bye. You hang up. No, you hang up.
No, you.
Right.
No, you
so-
hang up.
Thank you for listening to Spoken Teeth. There are 3 more episodes
3 more episodes.
of Tales from the Cog. Some of the things we hinted at will come to fruition. As you can hear, we're relying on actors and ourselves for questions. So if you have any questions at all, like it doesn't have to be anything in the episode, just any questions whatsoever. People keep posing me questions in real life, and I keep answering them, and I get really annoyed with myself.
Should have saved them for now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, or if there's something else you'd like us to do on with this space, if
I've really
I love
enjoyed it.
we should desperately try and get Jude back to explain next episode, because when you hear next episode, you're going to be like,
back.
you're going to be
Next
like,
episode, I had fun on.
what was any
I had
of
fun
that?
on this one too.
Yeah, it's true. So yes, thank you very much for listening, and keep reading the cog-based tome.
Base, toe,
Keep on cogging.
Cog,
Cog,
spoken teeth,
cog,
cog,
spoken teeth,
spoken teeth.